presented by MX3.
A considerable amount of success can definitely open more doors. This leads to more opportunities and choices, which is probably why it is so difficult to make the right decisions in the first place. Indeed, it is not one's shortcomings that define success, but the actions that one does after learning from all his mistakes. This is what Lito Gruet learned as he looks back at the success and failures of his life.
Hello everyone, my name is Lito Gruet. I'm 58 years old. I come from Manila, Cebu. I was a former model and actor, and now I am a drug abuse advocate. My advocacy came from my experience of drug abuse for 16 years, severe drug abuse. And from then on, I am 19 years now clean. Well, I was studying in Cebu and I was recruited one time to a fashion show for a denim. My passion for modeling was awakened during the time. Deep inside my heart, I wanted to become a model. So what I did was, against my parents' wishes, they didn't want me to leave Cebu and quit my studies. I left Cebu and I went to Manila and I tried to look for the very people who recruited me before. And I couldn't find them anymore. So I was about to go home, and one time I just went to a bar just to spend the night there and go home the next day. I was approached by a relatively small man, and he asked if I was a model. And he told me, "Here's my card. If you want to model, you come to my shop tomorrow." So I looked at the card, and as I saw him walk away, when I saw the card, it was Pitoy Moreno. So the next day, I decided not to go home, and I went to the shop. We went straight to Malacanang, and I was shocked. I said, "Where are we going?" My first show was for Imelda and then President Marcos. From then, TV offers came, then movie offers came. My parents were proud of me, and I said, "See, I told you that I would be able to do something with my life in Manila." My career lasted 8 to 9 years before I stopped completely.
May mga pagkakataon sa buhay natin na hindi natin inaasahan.
It seemed success came easy for Lito, but at the same time, this kind of life also introduced to him a lot of temptations. Temptations that seemed more difficult for him to resist.
My career ended when I was introduced to drugs. After the first try, I got hooked. So my life turned around in such a way wherein it was a priority above God. It was a priority above my family, my career, and even my life. So I ended up jobless. So I lost my house, I lost my car, but then I started acquiring so many ailments because of my unhealthy lifestyle and the toxins that I was taking inside my body. I would already urinate involuntarily. Physically, my body was deteriorating. At that time, I already accepted my fate that if I were to die an addict, then so be it.
These vices eventually changed Lito. It made him arrogant and stubborn. He seemed determined to stick to his lifestyle. And from here, his behavior seemed to change from bad to worse.
I never really wanted to change. Towards the end, I was stealing from my own mother who was dying. My mother was already suffering from cancer and she was always in pain. And at that time, my family was already down. Her budget for her medication, I would steal and I would disappear. She was scared that maybe one time she would hear that I got arrested or I would just be killed. So that alone was the turning point wherein I had a semblance of guilt. Because my own mother, whom I was dealing with, was more worried about my welfare than her ailment. It's about time that I change. I have to give my recovery a chance.
Yes, the urge of temptation may be difficult to say no to, but nothing is stronger than the power of a mother's unconditional love. With his family's relentless love and support, Lito recovered. He said he will never forget the pain that his family endured to see him improve and eventually get better. This deeply humbled him to change his ways and make the right choices.
When I had a change of lifestyle, right? And that includes eating healthy and exercising regularly. I exercise every day. I make sure that I look for the right kind of product that I would put inside my body. Wherein before, I would put in poisons and different kinds of toxins. Now, I was looking for the perfect health supplement which would help me maintain my health, and I was introduced to MX3.
Lito now takes an all-natural supplement called MX3. It is verified with alpha, beta, and gamma nutrients. And it has low sodium content and is fat and cholesterol-free.
Tried MX3, the usual. I wanted to become an addict, but this time a health addict. I tried MX3 for a period of time, and I noticed some change. I felt that this time, because of my active lifestyle, I am more energetic. I feel better. Cholesterol level is down, sugar level is down. I feel great. I'm telling you, MX3 is the right one.
MX3 has gone through pilot clinical trials that were published in the Journal of Aging Research and Clinical Practice.
For me, MX3 is the perfect supplement. MX3 is like a miracle pill for me because all of a sudden, life seems better for me. It's more alive. I feel more energetic and I just feel great.
With his new strength and vigor, he now has a greater appreciation for life, which radiates to other people whose lives he now inspires, touches, and gives hope.
I thought that I was hopeless before, but things do change. I needed to do something. I need to continue my advocacy. So I got into Facebook and I started sharing my stories. That is exactly what I'm doing now. I'm focused on giving drug abuse talks to so many schools and even companies to educate and warn them, especially the youth, because there's so many youth now that are victimized. So peer pressure was what got me. And believe me, the first time I tried shabu, my life started spiraling down. The most important lesson I learned in life is there are only two things you should consider. Number one is choice. The second is consequence. We are free to make choices in life. You just have to realize when you make the right choices, there are consequences. Good choices, good consequences. Bad choices, bad consequences. And that's the story of my life. And that's what I realize now. And MX3 is a good choice.